Hello everyone, this is Super Robin Hood for the Commodore 64. Oh, and by the way, Robin Hood is black. Because, it shows there, so that proves it. And if you don't like it, you're a Nazi. You horrible Nazi! Anyway, I'm redoing this. Because after I recorded the last playthrough of this I did, I found out how you actually work those moving platforms and lifts and stuff. You need to collect a key. Don't know quite how collecting a key makes a lift or a moving platform work, but ours is not to reason why. Ours is but to play this for about 10 seconds and die. The top half of those words at the bottom of the screen seems to have disappeared. This game is really glitchy. When you jump in the air, it wobbles about all over the place. I think the trick is with these to try and get up close to them. That way you duck under their arrows, then as soon as they fire an arrow, you jump up and shoot them before they have time to fire another arrow. That Robin Hood's offset is absolutely terrible. It looks like he's walking about 2 foot off the ground. Oh, and those red things restore energy, I think. Well, the health meter keeps disappearing, so you can't often tell how much energy you've got left. And knowing that the keys operate the moving platforms is not actually very helpful. Because apart from that one at the beginning, every key in this game seems to be as far away from the platform or lift it operates as possible. So you do a hell of a lot of backtracking in this game. Which is a flipping nuisance because you've only got one life, you don't get any more. There are a lot of those health meter things, but once they're gone, they're gone. And this game is absolutely full of blowing stupid cheap traps. And if you fall so much as a foot, you lose energy. I don't know quite how he's Super Robin Hood, more like absolutely bloody useless Robin Hood. The story is Maid Marian has been kidnapped, and you've got to rescue her. Oh, Spidey. Spidey Widey. The top of the screen is going all glitchy now. It said on the title screen, why pay more? Perhaps you might get a better game. Well, that's not necessarily true. Scooby-Doo on the Commodore 64 cost a tenner, and I wouldn't use that to scrape the shit off my boots. Incidentally, jump and up are the same key, which is not very helpful when you're trying to climb up a ladder. You have to be in exactly the right pixel-perfect place for him to climb the ladder, otherwise he'll jump. Which is not very helpful if you're standing right next to a hole, or some other hazard. And that bit at the bottom keeps corrupting, I don't know quite why. And whether the original game was like this, looking at it I wouldn't be surprised. Incidentally, this was made in 1987, budget game. The original Spectrum version was by the Oliver twins, who went on to make a lot of Dizzy games. They didn't have anything to do with this version though. I read somewhere they actually went out of their way to make sure everybody knew they had nothing to do with this version. That doesn't so much set alarm bells ringing, it sets them flipping clanging away like nobody's business. We're walking in the air. Oh, and the down and duck keys are the same as well. And you have to be absolutely in the right position to get down the ladder, just to make the game a little bit more aggravating. Oh, and I expect he lost energy there. Don't know, can't see. Can't see the flipping health meter, can I? Where the bloody hell is it? Watch out for the levitating spider on its invisible web. Looks more like a crab, actually. Just wait for this. Oh, well, you can't avoid this stupid flipping thing. Quite what it is exactly, a ghost or something, you can't shoot it. It's next to impossible to avoid. Need the key for that, which is probably on the other side of the castle. Oh, piss off. Bloody ghost of fucking Shakespeare or whatever you are. Flipping Shakespeare plays. I remember we went to a performance of a Shakespeare play at school. Absolutely flipping roasting hot. Sat out in this open air theatre for what seemed like about 10 hours. Absolutely stifling. Watching this absolute load of fucking bollocks. What are they trying to do? Put kids off flipping reading for life? Well, yeah, I can believe that actually. Got to make sure they're all sick enough to believe all the bollocks they tell them on the telly. The only drinks available were from this van selling blooming cans of blooming fizzy for 90p each. This was in the blooming late 1980s, for crying out loud. That's a blooming people conning bloody kids like that. Mind you, the people who made this game have really conned a lot of kids out of their pocket money. Robin Hood fans and that. Got it home and thought, what the heck is this shit? The graphics at the bottom of this screen have completely corrupted now. Can't believe they're supposed to be like that. What on earth is going on at the top of the screen? And I don't know how you get to him without being shot. Probably doesn't help that he's levitating. And there you are, he's fired his last arrow. Oh, here we go again. His offset seems to have been sorted out. He looks like he's actually walking on the ground rather than levitating. There were some really good Commodore 64 versions of some of the Codemasters games. I just get the impression they were mainly a Spectrum games maker, to be honest, at least back then. The Commodore 64 versions just seem to be afterthoughts quite often. Either that or just ports. And here we go again. Well, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Now we've got to avoid the little red evil blob of doom or whatever. And he's just jumped when I didn't want him to. Not sure why there are waterfalls inside a castle, but there we are. Oh, I can't seem to get down now. He's flipping stupid keys in this game. Now he's just fallen off. Lost more energy. Not that I really give a toss at this point. To be quite honest, what I said about this game before still stands, I think. It's just a lot of boring wandering about. Flipping irritating controls. You fall absolutely no distance at all and you lose energy. Half the time you can't even see how much energy you've got left, because the graphics are so completely glitchy. I mean, Robin Hood, you want something with adventure and excitement in it, don't you? You're not often be wandering about a boring bloody castle. And always trying to find all these flipping keys just gets irritating after a while, just going backwards and forwards all over the place. How am I supposed to know which key operates which flipping thing? And there's another bit up there that's guaranteed to bring cheap deaths. I don't know where the key for that is. Australia or something maybe. Maybe it's on Mars, I don't know. To be quite honest, I'm past giving a toss. And I didn't realise they had earthquakes during the Middle Ages. Every time he jumps there's one. And that's that. What a total absolute mess this game is. Whoever programmed this ought to be ashamed.
Deeper in the darkness you